Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're embarking on a massive journey, straight inward. We're going to be guided by one of the most remarkable and ancient philosophical texts in human history, Chapter 2 of the Taittiriya Upanishad, also known as the Brahma-valli. Now, this text isn't just abstract philosophy. It actually provides an incredibly detailed, step-by-step structural map of how the entire universe was created. And even more importantly, it shows us how that exact same cosmic structure is mirrored inside every single one of us.
Taking a quick look at our agenda, we're going to kick things off with a sacred prayer for peace. Then witness the creation of the universe itself. Peel back the physical and mental layers of human existence. And finally, discover the ultimate path to liberation.
So let's jump into Section 1, the secret invocation, a prayer for peace and protection. We'll start exactly as the Upanishad does, by clearing our minds.
The true power here really lies in the intention behind the ancient words of the Shanti mantra. Chanted with highly precise sacred sound and accents, which is known as swara, this mantra essentially calls upon the Lord to protect and nourish both the teacher and the student. The text literally says, "May He protect us both, may He nourish us both." It's basically a foundational setup to ensure that their shared study yields brilliant results, and that they don't fall into conflict with one another. It's a great reminder that deep, profound learning requires a peaceful and unified environment.
Moving right along to Section 2, Brahma and Universal Creation, the Macrocosm. Let's dive in and see how the physical universe rapidly unfurls from its divine source.
The text begins its core teaching by clearly defining the ultimate reality, referred to as Brahman. The Upanishad defines Brahman as Satyam, meaning absolute truth, Jnanam, meaning ultimate knowledge, and Anantam, meaning infinite. According to this text, the Supreme Lord is the independent, all-knowing architect who literally sets the entire macrocosm into motion. It establishes that our universe didn't just happen randomly, it unfurled from this ultimate absolute truth.
And this vividly illustrates what's essentially a cosmic domino effect of creation. Just look at this sequence. From the infinite Brahman emerges space, or Akash. From space comes air. From air, fire is born. From fire comes water, and from water emerges the earth. Then, out of the earth grow plants. From plants, we get food, and finally, from food, the human form, or Purusha, is manifested. It's this perfectly logical descent from the most subtle, infinite reality all the way down to the dense physical human body. Now, to understand how this chain actually holds together, we can turn to the commentary of the great teacher Shripad Madhvacharya. His analysis reveals a really vital secret. Behind every single element in this chain, the Lord personally acts as the crucial, hidden participant. The creation of space, air, or earth isn't just some blind mechanical process. The text explains that the divine essentially steps in at each and every stage to sustain its creation and empower it.
All right, Section 3, the outer spheres, body and breath. Here's where we transition from the vast macrocosm of the universe down to the microcosm of the human soul.
Think of this as our roadmap for the journey inward. We're going to explore what the text calls the Panchakosha, or the 5 envelopes of human existence, peeling them back like a Russian nesting doll. We have 5 layers, starting from the physical body, moving to breath, mind, intellect, and finally supreme bliss. But here's the truly fascinating part of the Vedic commentary. Each specific layer is structurally supported by a distinct presiding form of the Lord. These forms are known in the tradition as the Chaturvyuha, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshana, Vasudeva, and they culminate in Narayana.
So the crucial starting point is our outermost layer, the Annamaya Kasha, which is the physical body. Anna literally translates to food, so this is the biological shell entirely sustained by the essence of the food we eat. But spiritually speaking, according to the text, it's Lord Aniruddha who acts as its ultimate anchor and presiding deity, giving this physical structure its very capacity to exist.
Peeling back that dense physical layer, we uncover the Pranamaya Kosha, the realm of breath and vital energy. And this isn't just the oxygen moving in and out of our lungs, it's the subtle energetic force that animates the entire physical body. This dynamic, flowing layer is intimately presided over by Lord Pradyumna. Without this subtle layer of energy, the food body we just looked at would be completely lifeless.
What the Upanishad really emphasizes here is that these layers aren't separate, clashing entities fighting for space. Just as breath flows effortlessly through our physical veins,
These divine forms and their respective spheres reside perfectly within one another. The inner layer fills and completely supports the outer layer. They're unified in their ultimate purpose, creating a seamless, beautiful harmony within human existence.
Section 4. The Inner Spheres, Mind and Intellect. Let's move even deeper into the realms of human consciousness.
This is where things get super interesting. Right as we cross the threshold from physical energy into consciousness itself, we arrive at the Mano-Maya Kosha, the sphere of the mind. This layer is supported by Lord Shankarshana, and the text does something pretty incredible here. It describes the anatomy of this mental sphere not in terms of brain tissue or neurons, but as being structurally composed of the essence of the sacred Vedic hymns themselves.
Just listen to this vivid imagery straight from the source. It says of the mind's divine form, his head is the Ajurveda, his right arm the Rig Veda, his left arm the Samaveda. This brilliantly illustrates that an elevated, pure mind isn't just a chaotic storm of random fleeting thoughts. In its absolute highest state, the mind is perfectly ordered and structured by the most ancient sacred sounds and eternal principles of the universe. Going deeper still, we reach the Vijnana Maya Kosha. Now, this isn't just raw intelligence or book smarts. It is the sphere of true spiritual realization and the active awareness of truth. Lord Vasudeva presides here. The Upanishad describes the anatomy of this layer using really profound spiritual qualities. Its head is pure faith, its right side is right understanding, and its left side is unwavering truthfulness. It's the ultimate seat of spiritual discernment.
Which brings us to Section 5, the Sphere of Supreme Bliss. This is the innermost core of our spiritual anatomy.
At the very, very center of our existence lies the Ananda-Maya Kosha, the sphere of supreme bliss. Maintained by Lord Narayana, this is the profound core, where the soul experiences eternal joy. The text actually explains that this anatomy is literally made of happiness. Happiness from helping others is its head, and pure, concentrated bliss makes up its torso. This joy is completely internal and completely independent of whatever might be happening out there in the material world.
But the text does make a vital clarification. Embracing this inner bliss isn't just about trying to feel good all the time. It requires acknowledging the supreme source. As the quote notes, if one knows the existence of Brahman, the wise recognize him as a righteous personality. Conversely, denying this ultimate divine reality binds a person to suffering. Recognizing this divine core is what truly defines a wise seeker.
Finally, Section 6, the Path to Liberation, Breaking the Cycle of Samsara. Having journeyed all the way to the center, how does the soul break free?
Well, the Upanishad explains that liberation occurs through a profound, life-altering realization. By realizing that the exact same divine Lord who governs the vast cosmos above is the very same Lord residing within the deepest core of our own hearts, the soul triggers its final upward ascent. The microcosm of the human and the macrocosm of the universe are beautifully, inextricably linked.
At the time of liberation, the text describes how the soul essentially retraces our entire journey. Ascending step by step, the soul passes through the physical sphere governed by Anuruddha, up through breath, mind, and intellect, until finally ascending to Lord Narayana in the sphere of supreme bliss. By passing through these 5 divine forms, the soul achieves ultimate, fearless freedom from samsara, breaking the cycle of material existence once and for all.
Which leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought based on this ancient text. If your deepest core is truly made of supreme divine bliss, and your spiritual anatomy holds the very blueprint of the universe itself, which layer of your own existence will you consciously explore today?